Hello? Wait, I want to get a bit closer to the mic since it's kind of late for me, you know? It's really late actually, it's like 4 a.m. right now. I woke up at like an hour and a half or 1:30 whatever a.m. And I just laid in bed with like my phone. I was like, I don't really want to turn on the PC, I'm so tired. But yes, I'm here now. Hi. I would love to like take some water, but I didn't. When I took some like earlier and I drank it already. Fuck, do I not have anything to put here? I'm gonna use my cup with... Oof. Man. Whatever. My desk is not that dirty, it was just like on the hand of the table, okay, on the edge. Fucking shit, man. I guess I'm gonna put y'all on a tape. Fuck, it's too small for y'all. I just want y'all to be a bit higher so I get closer to my voice, you know what I mean? So like, I don't have to like go here to like talk to you, you know, like close to you. Also, yes, it's a short stream because my oshis are having a 3D birthday live soon. Guess who it is? Bow wow! Bow wow wow wow! I love Kulamoko. I really love them a lot. They're super cool. They were my oshis before they debuted. I was like, wow, yeah, they're gonna be cool as fuck. And they're so good, bro. I love Kulamoko. I guess you could see I drew both of them. They're like one of the only Life members I drew. I think I drew Hachima as well. Hachima is also my oshi. I don't really like people having multiple oshis because it's like, just stick to one person, dude. But like, I'm the same. I can't just choose one. I need a lot. I mean, I have a lot. I have a lot of oshis. Yeah, I only drew my favorites, so I guess. I didn't draw Marin. I like Marin as well a lot. I just didn't watch her this like around her birthday that much because I was kind of busy. And during the... Also, the 3rd Jan had their, like... how do you call them? The 3D concert, right? No 3D, yeah, like in real live concert. All of them, and they released, like, a lot of original songs, too. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm sounding like a nerd. Let me pick up the fucking cup. I was drinking yogurt from this cup, like, 2-3 weeks ago. And now there's dried yogurt, don't worry, no mold. I'm gonna use the cup turned down, turn the bottom up. To use it as the thing to get my mic closer to my mouth. Yeah. I really hope I don't mumble too much. I'm gonna try to pronounce stuff as clear as possible while also staying like not too loud. Holy fuck! Happy February, guys! Anyways. I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. After saying hi to Shizuna and Misa, I started doing the work as instructed from the board. It already looks like today is going to be haave. I don't have a problem with that now, though. Shizuna and Misa jump on me trying to get an answer about whether or not I've decided to join the student council. It's just one day. I wouldn't put it past them to try, and I don't have an answer for them if they do, so this situation is pretty convenient for me. About 10 minutes into class, Hanako walks in and takes the seat, but it looks like no one... Whatever, but no one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop us to say that we're going to break into groups again. I turn my head to Shizuna and Nisha looking at me. Shizuna gives me a smile that is equal parts... What? Equal parts cute and menacing. There's a smile that says, "We have you now, there's no escape." Hello, Celeste WF. Hey-chan, looks like we're together again. Yay, yay. I don't know why I did it read it like that. I just... I'm sorry. Michelle leans sideways while Shizuna puts her desk closer to mine. There really is no escape now unless I were to jump through the window. Jumping out the window wasn't the best option, sadly. Isn't it? Huh. What's wrong, Hee-chan? Oh, Hee-chan, have you been thinking about what you said yesterday? You said that you would think about joining the student council, didn't you? It's okay, Heitan. We were talking about it after you left, and it would be rude to expect you to already have an answer for us today this early, right? Right. Ha 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 ha. I'm so happy to are able to laugh at my expense, and even more pleased to know that you both have crazy. To know that you both know how crazy the two of you can be. Now that it's over, she then snaps back into serious mode and smacks the day assignment with the back of her hand in overly dramatic and important way. When I actually look at the stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there are only two problems. I almost want to say something about how her rush to get started seems a bit much considering the small amount of work. In fact, she doesn't probably knows how little there is and simply doesn't care. Yeah, it seems like the workload doesn't matter to her as much as the fact that there is work. The actual about isn't important. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room to catch Hanako trying her hand at solving the problems. It looks like she's working alone. I can remember seeing her working with other people before. Thinking back to how shy she is, it's understandable. You know, I keep thinking about it. We describe Hanako as having really long hair, but Misha probably has the same hair, length. You know, just like the curls take like a shit ton of the hairs and make the hair much shorter. I just keep thinking about it since yesterday, since half of the stream. I couldn't stop thinking about it. You know, I had to comment on it now. Also, now notice she has more not really yellow eyes. She's just dark. Beautiful. Take it back to how shy she is. It's understandable. Hey, the girl over there. Huh? Who Hichan? Her, Hanako, over there. Does she always work alone? I think so, Hichan. Do you feel sorry for her because she's alone? I was just thinking that maybe she could work with us or something. No, I don't think that would be a good idea, Hichan. Why not? Hichan wouldn't get along with her. Why? Misha shuffles around the question, letting out a laugh that sounds very strange. It's nervous, but she still has that little tin up and down quality present in everything she says. Just because Hichan. By now, she has noticed our conversation. It makes me realize again how Misha has been saying everything she has been saying this whole time. What, Hichan? The friend of my enemy is my enemy? That sounds so harsh. I'm not going to say that. You said it anyway. I know, Hichan. It's fine if you're over here. What if this is Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her, I wouldn't be able to understand the things she's saying, and vice versa. Is that also why she signs all the time, so there's never a conversation will never be left out of? I mean, makes sense. That's really sweet of her. Anyway, we should start on the problems now, Hichan. We finished with time to spare and decided to ask if there's any alternatives to the cafeteria, as frankly the food so far has been subpar. I guess Lily and Shizuna don't really get along well. I mean, it makes sense, they're blind and deaf, and I guess they're both really hardworking. They look both very hardworking indeed. This had Shizuna and Misha arguing about themselves in one of their favorite restaurants. Oh, they were downtown, so I don't think we have time to go all the way there. What about the bill? Are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe. They seem so distracted by it, so they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an old side. Everyone else's class is busying themselves with lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks. The ones with the actual box lunches mixed in and chattering like everyone else, only interrupted by short bouts of eating. But when I watch Hanako, it feels that I'm the only one who can see her. Almost as if she was invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of the class on her own accord? I see her look over her shoulder towards the classroom's rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I've started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. What to do? Read my book? Oh, is she waiting for me to read my book? What the fuck? Did my mouse just die? No, it didn't. Okay. Should I read my book or wait for them to come to a decision? Can I save? don't think I can do that, but let me just try. I do what I always do when I don't know what to do. Like now, I already started in one of the books I borrowed yesterday and took it with me to school to fill the empty moments between classes. I find the page that it creates a corner off to mark the spot I left yesterday night and pick it up from there. Misha and Shizen are still arguing heatedly, probably about restaurants still. If I join them, I'd just get caught up in that, or worse, get grilled about joining the student council. Misha isn't speaking about aloud since there is nobody who'd need to hear what they are talking about. Why does she tend to sign things even when Shizen doesn't need to understand what's being said, or even more strangely, when Shizen is not around at all? What an old conflict of habits. I find it hard to focus on the book, and besides, the lunch break beckons me to leave the dullness of the classroom. I do so, heading down for the cafeteria. Misha and Shizune have come to the conclusion of one kind or another, following my wake through, still taking their animated fashion. Okay. Just around the corner, the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a runaway train. I know who it is! I know who it is! Yes! Hi, beautiful girl. She was my favorite like a few years ago, since when I found out about the game, I was excited to meet her. Hi, girl! Even in my eyes, I see a pair of silver-like green eyes looking up at me. As they belong to a perforator, a short girl who bumped into me and how now has fallen down into the hallway floor. She wears a PE uniform and a very worried frown. What the fuck? I'm so bad at reading, I'm sorry. Okay. The floor maze strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during a lunch break. Best disabled woman. Depends. We'll see if she or Lily is better. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. Or she does, but they're not flesh and bone. Her pale, very much flesh and bone thighs and shins and feet made of some black metallic or plastic-like material. It's like disturbingly artificial and natural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. Yeah, wait. It actually looks really weird for like prostheses, doesn't it? Like I think I ever saw anything like that, like in pictures. I'm gonna check right now, I guess. Black prosthesers. I usually see more like shown more realistic ones, you know, that look like actual legs. Blade. They're called blade prostheses. And I guess they are better for running, huh? Oh, like it says that they even might be like better for the like than the actual legs. That's cool. Girl whistles a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up. Oh, she's so cute. Hi, Twin Tails girl. Oh man, I feel right. I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going and you just came out of nowhere. Sorry. She's looking really apologetic, in the hard puppy way of looking apologetic. I quickly forget about being angry or anything since hard puppies are my weak spot. It's okay, don't worry about it. Ouch. See that, but there's a stinging pain growing in my chest and I know what this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Don't overexert yourself, don't forget your medication, most of all, don't get hit in the chest. I try to wrap my solar plexus to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to rub my heartbeat. Wow, what a meeting. Seems normal. Hey, should I get a nurse? The worried high-pitched... Hey, should I get a nurse? The worried high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it. I stared at her for a few seconds dumbfounded until I realized that it probably looked worse than I really was. That dealt myself. Chat isn't on the screen, by the way. Oh wow. Well, do you deserve to be on the screen, chat? Stream elements. Let me go check it out. I probably closed the bullshit. Go work now. Go work, chat. Chat is on the screen still. What the fuck? I don't see what it says. Okay, beautiful. Now it's back on the screen. Thank you, Celeste WF. They're for running. The active springs. These are common. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. I never saw them. I mean, again, I didn't really ever see disabled people, so can't really be the judge of it. I just, usually see like people drawing them as like, just like gray arms or legs or whatever. Okay, I stared at her for a few seconds dumbfounded, until I realized that I probably looked worse off than I really was, doubled over myself and looking old hands. Damn, I'm overly worried about my heart. No need, I'm fine. Managed to say something in response. I pull myself up right, feeling my sore ribs one last time and take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me, but big time, but it's nothing more than that. You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard. It's okay, I said I was fine and nothing's broken, no harm done. That's good, I feel a hand on my shoulder. At the same time, the girl's eyes, what in horror, whatever she's saying gets interrupted by a very horrified I can't be loud. Oh, look at her. Look at how she gives you the high she's in it. I'm sorry, I found a new girl for myself. Sorry, Nisha. You're like nice, but you're like the girls that I meet in the beginning, so like I can't just stick to the like girl next door trope, I need someone more interested than you. Yeah, sorry. Their styles kind of look different, don't they? Like the way the twin tail girl is drawn and the two of them, like Misha and Shizune, they look kind of different. Even the shadows and all. Okay, whatever. Huh. I don't have time to look behind me because Shizune is literally showing me a sign and stomping over the girl, signing fiercely at her. Miss Ibarazaki, I saw that. Running in hallways is strictly forbidden. Misha translates, right on Shizune's tail, but her voice is girlishly playful, not full of the divine fury Shizune's arm movements would seem to call for. Hi, sorry. I was just going to get some stuff, and I was kind of in a hurry. You've been told this 1,000 times before. Your reckless behavior endangers other students, and even worse, it's explicitly against the school regulations. How is that worse? The girl blushes and stares at starts to fidget nervous like a little child called misbehaving. It's so cute I find myself smiling. I know that. I was just... Make sure that this will not happen again. Although I'm sure telling you this is futile and only causes me further headache when you choose to ignore the regulations. Got that, Amy? The small girl sticks her tongue out in response. I gotta go. Teacher will have my hand. I promise to help us print house, but I went writing this tat. Sorry, but I've got to change and everything. Before Misha Shizune can say anything, or I can say anything, she's already bolted from where she was a second ago, almost halfway down the stairwell. She looks like she's about to go nuclear in the spot, so I smile at her in a vain attempt to calm him down. Are you okay, Hei-chan? That Ibarazaki girl is always like that, causing trouble to others. I'm pretty certain Shizune wouldn't call me Hei-chan. Never mind. Yeah, anyway, I'm okay. Just got the wind knocked out of me. I wonder how does he gesture? Is that called a gesture? Gesture. Sign. Sorry. How does it sign the names of people? Like they just refer like you, him, her, and I guess so. Huh. That's great, Hei-chan. I wouldn't call that great, but I let this slide this one time. We have to run now. There's an important student council meeting regarding the festival. We finally decided where to eat. Too bad you can join, but this lunch meet is only for council members. We can take you there some other time. Oh, but that would be like a date, wouldn't it? Oh, ha ha ha. The girls leaped for downstairs. I didn't manage to get that far from the third floor hallway before all this commotion struck. Literally. I should get going as well. Lunch and afternoon class blessed and uneventfully. I read most of the book that had started yesterday and ate some of the mostly inedible offerings of the cafeteria. So which do that. The class is tiresome. The teacher seems like an okay person despite the weird first impression I got, and the material is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. As if he expects that everyone is a natural genius. When the final bell sounds, I realize there's still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's odd, in the hospital I had 24 hours a day of free time, but here feeling the considerably shorter hours feels different. Everyone else leaves, and I'm left alone with the teacher. Moto is examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking them with a red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his papers briefly, he notices me and furrows his brow. What is it, Nakane? I jump at him addressing me, but I guess it's natural to start some conversation since there's nobody else around here. Nothing. Thinking about what I do after school. Teacher slowly puts the cap on the pen he is holding and arranges his papers into a stack, clacking it again the desk twice. He seems very methodical, and for a brief moment I reminded of Shizune, but the teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, much more routine. You have no plans? No, I consider joining a club, but I don't know what kind of club would interest me. Go observe the meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interest. It's kinda late. You think you'll try to stream can follow much? It's okay. I understand. Have a nice sleep, Celeste. WF. Make sure to check my next stream. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you for always tuning in. These Americans or Asians will watch. Okay. Thank you for telling me. Is that a threat? Go observe a meeting of someone else's club and pick your interest. I guess, but I don't know how to continue from there. Widow looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. But I can't, so I have to raise a hand. I just don't know how to deal with people. I mean, the other students, I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not that I'd be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about the disabilities. It's like, feels like I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them, but it's weird to ignore them. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Drew scratches his cheek absent-mindedly, looking very unresponsive. Absent-mindedly. These things are only an issue if you make them one. You can talk normally with someone even if they're blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There's not a single student here who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever they might seem at first glance. That's the same thing as Yuko did. That's true. You know, you're right, but it's hard. How can you don't consider, for example, Shizune's deafness, when the only way to communicate is for her to talk through Meisha? When Hana and Koi, it's not like you can ignore her face. I mean, you kinda can. If someone has, I don't know, a really big nose or, eyes wide apart, you don't need to, talk about it exactly. You just, talk about something else. But I'm interrupted by the door of the classroom suddenly slamming open. Teacher! Misha crashes in, hands straight in enthusiastic greeting, her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves. She strides toward the teacher's desk with her bouncing step, hands energetically swinging with the rhythm. Buto visibly dissuaded the interruption as Mr. General stops in his chair. Mikado. Misha stops in her tracks and looks around closely, as if she's sensing from his tone something's wrong, but he has no idea what. Yeah? We have talked about the watering control before. Yes, but she doesn't lower her voice at all, and the teacher just rubs his eyes. So what is it? We need help. We're running out of supplies for the festival stands. This is distress. She waves her pink slip of the paper. She waves a pink slip of the paper she's holding around. So go get more supplies from the art room. What's the problem with that? Believe it is always the problem. The last time we wanted more, there was only a little. That time we just took it all and went with that. Well, there's none left there. So do you know if there is some? I don't understand. How would I know? Chi-chan, the president thought that a teacher would know there's plywood. Was she wrong? Muro looks like he's in great pain, frowning with his entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Love you, Chi. Okay, good night. Okay. Sleep well, I guess. Looking at the two of them communicate is terrible. Looking at the man being tortured by drilling his skull open while blasting pop music at full volume at the same time. I'm afraid I have no idea if there's any plywood in school, let alone where it would be if there was any. Oh, what should I do? Perhaps try to find Mr. Nomiya? I'm sure he would know where to find everything you need. You'd have to pry them from his school that has, but that's a different matter. I don't have time, we're so busy. She holds her hat with both of her hands, looking as despairing as possible for a person like her. Without even noticing, she crumbles his note she's holding against her hair. I shouldn't even be fetching these things. There's so much to do and we're falling behind the schedule. Muro looks at her gravely and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't really fit his face. I think it'd be better if he didn't. What an asshole. I wonder if you could get some temporary help. She switches to staring at me focusedly with a hard expression as if trying to say, go make some friends. I guess I can give you a hand. You can? Thanks, Hee-chan, you really are nice. She pauses, does double take and points at me with her finger yelping, and looking very puzzled. Come to think of it, what's Hee-chan doing here? Class is over, you should be having fun. We just had a little chat. Oh, no, it's not the tension, is it? Are you in trouble, Hee-chan? No, I'm not. Is Hee-chan in trouble, teacher? No, he's not. Muro sighs deeply and I feel that I have to help Misha to get her hands off the teacher's back. So, what do you need? Here's a list. I can try to find a playlist from somewhere if there's not in the art room. She offers me the note she's holding. I take it, hesitating a bit. I said it'd help you, but this had no implication of whether I'm joining the council or not. Aww. Still, thanks, Hee-chan. Try to be quick and rest in it. We are in a style-building streak now. We must hurry. She bounces out the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement. Well, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do now. Please don't sound so smug. Looking at the list with a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting that is undoubtedly cheesiness, I have a sigh. I'll be going then. Leaving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit the hallway. The classroom closest to ours are designated belonging to classes 3-1 and 3-2 on the right side, and 3-4 on the left side, each door looking exactly the same. Can we go to 3-2 to check Lily? Further down the corridor, still with identical doors, are rooms that I don't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the first door and peek in. It's a classroom, but seems rather badly kept or not in use. Am I in the right place? Desks and chairs are all around the room, a thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corner, so at least this looks like the right place. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Flecks of dust are dancing on the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Anybody home? Someone catches my eye and I stop mid-sentence. I was waiting for you, Dean. Hi. Okay, we met all of the main girls now, finally. Sitting on the desk is a short-haired girl, curiously wearing a boy's uniform with a fork between her toes, a morsel of food stuck firmly in the end. This old way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands, but her presence here is what takes me aback even more. How did I miss her before? She's sitting in a corner very still, but it still somehow took her as a part of the furnishing or a statue at first glance. I'm not being too observant today as a whole. The girl seems to be floating in blaze, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in headlights. She's staring at me, her eyes wide open, ready to accept the fork. I'm staring at her, my mouth wide open, suddenly remembering I didn't finish my sentence and try to think if I should. This weird stalemate keeps us both stunned into silence, punctuated only by the wall clock ticking rhythmically. Hello? The girl stops the fork in her mouth and is staring at me expectantly while chewing. This is a bit awkward. Hello? I was told to pick up some supplies from here for some festival stalls, I think. I didn't think there would be someone here. There isn't. That's why I came here too. She picks up another forkful. Doesn't that mean that you're here then? She shoots her eyebrows if she's suspecting my observation was false. You're pretty observant. I guess it does, but who are you? This girl's pretty straightforward, isn't she? She also has drawn in the other art style. She's so cute though. Hi, Ian. I'm Nakai. Hisao Nakai. I just transferred it on Monday. I'm Ian. Tezuka Ian. Ian Tezuka. I'll shake hands with you, but at least we know who we are now. That's very nice. Her deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. Kind of bothers me joking about these matters, doesn't feel appropriate at all. I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate and whether this girl seems to have lost interest in me and now is gazing yearningly back at her food. Can I continue my lunch? If you don't mind me, I won't mind you. If you need to get your stuff, the supplies are at the back. Go right to have a lunch. School's already over for the day. What word would you use then? There's no word for a meal you eat after lunch but before dinner, right? Bothers me very much too, but I don't really know what should I say. I don't think you're supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with. But I'm hungry now, my delicious boxed lunch would go to waste otherwise. Have curry, it's very delicious. With more such than this, Rain once again picks up the fork between her toes and with at least as much as politeness, she points it straight at me. So now Kai, I'll bring you to this place. Like I said, I was told to look for these things. Nah, it's cool. From outside you look fine. What's your problem inside? I come to a full stop, opening my mouth but not getting the word out. He's the first person that asks us. I can guess. I'm good at guessing. Better than most people. Ring cuts me off before I can answer her question, or skirt around it somehow. I don't know which I would have done. I've frozen front of this issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition, or maybe it's only because it hadn't really come up. Oh, I'm reading way too fast. I cannot keep up with the tempo of my reading, but I just can't slow down. It's so annoying. I don't get the feeling that not making issues of this is a part of the social code here, as the teacher said. I wonder if the people here could really relate. Probably not any better than any normal person could. I can't relate to Shizuna's circumstances or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this in my head, and keeps considering what my condition could be, was an overly contemplative look on her face. She puts her fork between her lips and leans back, looking at the ceiling if the answer was written up there. A beam of light illuminates her face from the window side, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side. Oh, I don't think it's anything you had. It's something your guess would be boringly ordinary, like this lunch of mine. And was delicious. The problem must be your pants. This messed up Sherlock Holmes kind of statement and the sheer lack of tact it was delivered with catches me completely off guard. I think I might have reeled back even physically as I inside while in revelation and astonishment. So I was right. There's something with your tackle, isn't there? Still partially in shock, but recognizing the need to reply something, I spit out the first thing I can think of. No, nothing like that. I have a heart problem, arrhythmia. Said it. More like blurted out, but I said it. The girl in front of me purses her lips together and glowers at me, looking very disappointed. How boring. Trouble in pants would have been so much more scandalous. What was this reaction? I'm sorry to let you down. I forgive you. Just act like people who, when a person was, that kind of problem would be really great. Just act like people and a person was. Act like people and person was, that kind of problem would be really great. Sorry. Collect people? Those different problems. Like someone like press something. So you just go around asking people what's wrong with them? Pretty much. I see. With a little left to say, Irene resumes her lunch and the conversation dies away, but I keep thinking about what was said. This is the first time I told anyone else about my condition. All the other people have either known it already or heard about it from someone else. I didn't need to know, like every other student here so far. Should I have told it as a natural part of introductions? Is it expected of me? Hi, so I have a very serious heart condition. Is this how I'm supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? As if our disabilities would define us, what a disgusting thought. Maybe this Dazuka girl just has a natural interest in such things. As we walk to the back of the room to pick up the items on Mitch's list, I just opens to study reading from the corner of my eye. Her hair is a burnt auburn, almost orange and cropped short. My hair would probably be impossible with no arms. That's right. The boy's uniform and the lack of arms make her look very thin, almost scrawny. She's not particularly pretty except for her murky green eyes which flicker restlessly from below her short bangs when she eats. The distance and the shadows make it seem like they don't reflect sunlight at all, but instead absorb all of it within them like deep wells. She moves her feet almost as if deftly as a normal person would use their arms. However, I can see how this high could discomfort people, especially while eating. It makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable at least. I hesitate to think about the world natural, but it's too late now, isn't it? I keep searching the cabins and shelves for Mitch's things, but after enough time passes, the silence grows too much uncomfortable. So I try to force some conversation after this strange girl. So, do you always eat alone this late? Or do you get the occasional visitor? Visitors. Maybe you are my first occasional visitor, but I don't always eat alone either. Sometimes it was a certain person on the roof if she's not horsing around. Horsing? She likes to do sports. Two of my beautiful girls are friends. Okay, so far I like Rina. I don't know the girl's name yet. Ami. I think it's Ami, yeah. Okay, Ami and it's the one who doesn't really fit, I guess. Was the other two is the Lily because she's much more ladylike. I like her too. Which one should I go for? I can't really tell. Okay, whatever. Let's just check. Those snacks, yeah. Oh, and that's like all I can think of to say. Both of us feel silent again as Rain forks the last bits of her meal to her mouth. Look down in my hole and double check if it's... Oh, well, I think I have everything to apply with. So I think I have all the things now. That's very nice for you. Don't feel obliged to stay. I was about to take a nap anyway. You need to do whatever you're going to do with that stuff anyway, right? Or perhaps you like to watch girls sleeping. I'm not sure what to make of this, but we look serious. Even if I did, I think I have to be going. I'll catch you around, Tezuka. You can call me Dean. I feel that our relationship is at this point good enough to warrant this much. I was already turning to make my exit, but she draws me back in. Oh, fine, then I'm peace out. There you are. Ren looks at me hard in the eyes with that intimidating feeling when you get someone stares at you isn't there. It's like she's actually not looking at me at all. She blinks a couple of times and I can't figure out why a pause like this just popped between us out of nowhere. See you later, Hazel. There's something like a tiny smile in her face, maybe. I quietly back out of the room as I shut down the door in front of my face. I whisper to myself, what an intriguing person. From inside, I hear a muffled sing-song voice. I heard that. What did she hear? I jump at the sudden appearance of Misha, who I had not heard approaching despite the complete empty hallway. Somehow she had gotten to jump in the distance of me without making a sound. Creepy. It briefly reminds me of the Kanji's nutty theory about a global feminist conspiracy, but I pushed that thought aside. Shizune, standing slightly behind Misha, looks aloof as if she couldn't have heard the remarks that drew Misha's attention, but Misha's very visibly excited. No, wait. More importantly, who's in there? There's no club meetings today. She tries to curiously peek past me, even though the door prevents her from seeing anyway. What are you doing here? It took so long, so we had to come check what's wrong. That's no good, Hee-chan. She wags her fingers at me scoldingly. I found plywood, but everything else is still missing because you are tardy. Oh, sorry, I got the things here. I was just going to bring them. I think you were up to some mischief, Hee-chan. Who wasn't there with you, I wonder? Misha signed something quickly to Shizune, pointing at her own ear a couple of times. Shizune immediately pushes her way past me and opens the door to the glass one just left. I can only imagine the shock she's experiencing. With Shizune's diligence and attitude, the islands of daring to defeat the school property by sleeping on top of it must be too much to bear. And indeed, she stares at Ren for an blaze apart from the slight but noticeable trembling of her shoulders. From suppressed rage, I'm sure. Instead of blowing up, Shizune just takes a few deep breaths, adjusts her glasses, and slams the door shut, turning to sigh furiously at Misha. Maybe she did blow up, but I can't understand it. She shouts a very low to stare at me too, as if it was somehow my fault that Nina sleeping on one of the tables. I hope she's not getting any funny ideas about the reasons of my tardiness. Hello. Rain's voice comes from the other side of the door and takes a few eye blinks to realize she might have trouble opening it. I open the door to find Ning directly behind it, looking at us with a half-interested, half-sleepy face. Hello. Miss Tezuka, what do you think you're doing? You absolutely are not permitted to use school property for such a disgraceful activity. It sure is suddenly very crowded in here. I didn't know I was this popular. It's hard to say whether she's happy or unhappy about this turn of events. At any rate, she ignores Shizune's Misha's scolding, so they have no choice but to drop the issue. Shizune taps Misha's shoulder, pointed at the tree, and makes some quick signs. Popularity aside, please don't do that anymore. Anyway, how's your project going? Will it be done for the festival? Rin looks at them blankly, apparently at ease under the pressure Shizune's cold stare is putting on her. I keep wondering about that myself too. And well, think about it harder. As Misha signs her reply to Shizune, her face turns into an unsatisfied frown. Miss Tetsuko, please try to take this seriously. It'll be a disaster if the wall looks like someone threw up their lunch onto it. Rin nods assertively. Well, think more seriously. Misha actually giggles at that, but Shizune doesn't. Not even after translation. She just shakes her head, takes the materials from me, and takes off with Misha and Tao. Rain frowns thoughtfully as she looks after the retreating student council duo. How rude. It's true though, I must finish my project before the weekend. There'll be dire consequences if I don't. The end of the world as we know it. Like weekends usually are, but more dire. Much more dire. Maybe I'll postpone my nap to an unforeseen future. I'm about to ask what project she has and what are the apocalyptic consequences, but she walks back into the art classroom. Since you have nothing to do, would you give me a hand? Ha 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 ha. This was intentional. This paint can doesn't fit into my bag, but I need it. She kicks slightly at a huge can of paint that's lying on the floor next to the table she was sitting and sleeping on. It lets out a dull clang. Being a gentleman I am, I naturally pick it up. Heavy. Yeah, sure, why didn't you take it? Away. And with that, she takes off to the hallway, me and the paint can following since there's little choice for either of us. The hallway is quiet and empty now, but Shizune's and Misha's gone, so we two leap towards the stairwell at the other end. Every 10 or 15 or 20 steps, I have to change the can from one hand to another because the thin handle cuts into my palm. At least it keeps my arms from tiring too fast. Rain strolls on beside me with an uneven pace that I have trouble marching. Maybe I'm walking weird because of my extra weight. Or because of the extra weight. It seems one of us is constantly walking too slow or too fast, and I can't figure out which. The 2 flights of stairs below. I need. How about I go make some tea, okay? I've been wanting to do it like since an hour ago. I'm just gonna go make some tea. Like in a second, okay? Chicho will be right back. See, it says here. I'm gonna make a huge teapot of tea and I'll come back soon. My throat gets dry while I'm talking a lot, I told y'all. Oh. But I only have a Telegram muted and I had a few notices from the chats. Mm, the concert really started, guys. Let me finish this thing and I'm gonna go check. I'm drinking a lot. I got a whole big teapot with milk along and a cup of tea. Oh, water. Sorry, trouble appears in the form of the hot nurse and his fuck like rain. Amazing, Kai, what a happy coincidence. Tezuka too, of course. Oh, Mister. He nods courteously to Rin, who does not bully you back. Then turns back to me because obviously it's me who he had some business with. There's something I forgot to mention on Monday. I know, and wait partially because I can't even begin to guess what he forgot. The feeling about handle delving deeper into my skin doesn't make it feel enthusiastic with this interruption either. But your medications haven't been that long. On your current medications, there may be some unexpected side effects, which may require adjusting dosages or even changing to another kind of medication. So we will do a few tasks regularly, but what I want for you is to keep an eye on everything in your condition that feels off, if you get what I mean. Nausea, headache, anything, and come see if anything happens. Alright. So how are you? Everything fine? I give up and drop the can to the floor before answering him. Probably this takes longer than my biceps can handle. I have to say something generic as an answer, but then I realized how often I've done that lately. Other people have asked me that too, teachers and students here, my parents, visitors, nurses, actually at the hospital. Everyone seems to be concerned about that. It's natural for a hospital, not so much for a school. Except this school. It's a small school and both students, but students based in the faculty seem to be very tightly knit. At least that's the feeling I'm getting. And it's not the kind of school that gets transfer students too often. Thought of sending the shivers down my spine, but I give a generic answer anyway. That's great. Also, one other thing. My sources tell me that you've been neither in the school track nor even the pool, so I'd like to know if you have any... My sources tell me that you've been at neither the school track nor even the pool, so I'd like to know if you have taken up exercises as I asked. I've been to the sauna, dude. It's good for my heart rate. Of course I haven't, but his way of inquiring gives me the feeling that I should have been running my ass off on the track since the very first day. You have people spying on me? Not as such, I just happen to know a few people, but it's not the issue here, so don't try to slip out of it. Well, I was actually just doing some improvised weightlifting and exercise. I pick up and lift the can up and down a few times, like some sedimentation of a bodybuilder. It was always weighing down on my arms painfully. The stupid grin disappears from his face for a second, and comes back like it was never gone. Tezuka, would you give us a second? The nurse grabs me by my shoulders while waiting for Rin's permission, which he didn't need in the first place, and drags me aside. When I told you to exercise, I wasn't joking. I understand that you're still in your first week and all, but please don't ignore the importance of this. The reason I'm coming down this hard on you is that the habits are not easy to form. The more you sleep and postpone, the harder it'll be. It'll same as everything, like dieting. I just ate a bit of yakisoba as a meat for dinner. And before something. It's not like I regret it. I mean, it was a conscious choice, but I don't feel like a fat ass. But like, I guess I'm not gonna sleep after this, and maybe I'm going to. I'm like, I don't know, afternoon. Yeah, I'll probably take a nap from like afternoon to evening. We'll see. So yeah. He promised to be more serious about this from now on. Oh, does it change like rules or anything? Uh, if this was me, I've definitely been maybe one. I'm really bad with disciplining myself, you know? So let me think about it. Mm, I maybe no. I mean, it gives me a nasty look, sort of look when I say that, making me try to take back the word. I mean, I don't know. I'm still trying to get used to the school. I promise to, though. You're not very convincing there, so. Tip number one: medical professionals are not amused if you take out their advice lightly. What's up with him? As if a day or two would make that much of a difference. Didn't do anything at the hospital either. Yeah, okay, sorry. He studies me for a moment and shrugs, smiling again. Okay, that's more like it. If you go to the stoat track tomorrow morning, you'll meet my spy who probably has no qualms offering consultations to you if you want to jog a bit. Consultation? See you around. Consultation, yeah. He leaves with a wave of his hand and no answer, and I walked to the inn, who has been waiting. I was leaning against the hallway wall and staring at the pale lighting fixtures in the ceiling. Even when I approach, she doesn't move her eyes off them. Are you getting medications for your heart thingy? Were you listening? Comes out more accusatory than intended, accidentally lashing out on her. But even so, I don't really want to start talking about it. I just met her, I don't know her. It's not her business. Nurse seems to be happily ignorant and about confidentiality too, talking about this kind of thing in public. It's not really confidential, just like take your pills, make sure to like manage them. If it's bad, tell me. It's not nothing like he doesn't even say the name of the thing. But it's not Rain's fault, is it? I look up at her, suddenly feeling a bit guilty, but Rain is just staring past my shoulder, quizzically, her head tilted like a bird's. I don't know why it's so hard for me. It feels like there's more inexplicable lock that prevents me from doing more, for being more upfront about it. Yeah, they're for my heart. Oh, she was asking like if it's for the heart. Okay. Does it make you better? No, not really. It just makes me feel a bit less worse. Rin keeps looking at me for a while longer, and she never says anything further and displays any kind of emotion I could discern. I'm thankful she doesn't. I think I'm still not quite used to all this. At the hospital it was easy. I still haven't sorted out my feelings, so I haven't to live a normal life with disability. We leave this main building and Rin leads us on onwards towards the dorm. We stop. Oh. Wow. We stop at a small patch of greenery in front of the dorm building. The dorm was built on a slightly elevated ground. There was a wall and a few trees that everyone has to circle on every time you come or go. It's probably the only convenient design in the school. The entire wall, made of the same bricks as the building itself, has been covered with some sort of painting. Most of it still mere sketches. Quick lines drawn with a black and white against the grey plaster that covers the entire length of the wall. But some places look a bit more finished. There are human faces and legs and hands. I can't quite say what the painting as a whole might portray. Stacks of what seems to be paint cans are arranged on the piles on the ground beside the wall. See, the left side is hardly off the ground yet. It's because I couldn't get in the mud yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. Then it was Saturday morning. I have to work on it, but the guys from our class are helping with the negative spaces and base surfaces whenever, which is a problem. It's easier to paint big areas if there are a lot of people with hands. The reach is brighter and it's faster too. She goes on a tangent of a tangent, but even her little arm, whatever it there actually is, to demonstrate even so I get the point already. The white cotton of her sleeve flaps around and makes me think it could look sadder than it does. I wonder where it's tied. I guess to like cover the limbo. Makes me feel out of place, like almost every tangible reminder of the student's base's special properties has in the past few days. You will notice my dreary feelings, of course, or the fact that she lost me a while ago already, and just keeps on blabbering. So that's why I'm trying to figure out if there's something I need to figure out, and then figure out that out before it's too late and all hope is lost. How would hope be lost? Because paint has to be painted and then it has to dry and then it has to be painted over with another kind of paint. It takes time. She finally stops, apparently thinking she has made some kind of statement that makes sense. I think it's best to start from the top. So, this is your project. You did this? Yeah. Yeah. All of it. Yeah. Nice, but still was my worst. I'm like feeling like I walked into a straight minefield of political incorrectness. It's okay, I can say it. I probably won't get mad. I blush really hard. I don't really know what would be the right thing to say, if any. It feels like I'm way more sensitive than Rhea, though. This is really awkward. Don't you want to ask? How do you paint without your hands? See, I'm an easy person to talk to, right? With my feet. I almost guessed that already, but it's not hard to do. You're good at guessing. Anyway, I don't think it is, but maybe I'm used to it by now. I can get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist, but seeing how adept she was using her feet to eat, I figure out painting might not be a problem either. Neither of us has anything to add to the subject. The afternoon light works pretty well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not like that after all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see what it looks like in dim light. The thing is flat. Yeah, well, paintings tend to be flat. It's like that flat, you know how flat. Like some people are, no substance, no meat, where there should be some. I know a few girls who, okay, I get it, but couldn't really tell. I'm not that good with art. I can't name many artistic terms or artists. So I don't really have anything to say. Rin shrugs her shoulders at that, saying to herself without saying it, and looks up at the skies of trying to look for something up there. I didn't think I'd get any actual work done, but if you give me a hand with the paints, I could do a little before it's too dark. I want to get a halogen lamp like the other ones they have in the sports track, but there aren't any. Rin sure is quick to recruit my help, as was Shizuna. Makes me feel that the festival is such a big project that every pair of hands is needed. Stop saying. Why not? I'm not really sure if I can be of any help though. Oh, why not? I'm not sure if I can be of any help though. It's like making things. You can do that. Probably. Do you have motor control problems? You know, like those people who have some cerebral palsy, maybe? Not that I know of. I got it. Hard thinking has nothing to do with that. She gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't. Let's do it then. She's in an empty wooden box and then she picks up a white brush between her toes of her bare right foot. Even a few of the cans and do those people also can be like right-handed or left-handed, but like with the legs instead? I guess, yeah, I guess this makes a lot of sense, but I never thought about that. A few of the cans and pour some of the contents of those shallow balls for mixing. The stick paints flow easily from the can to the bowl like syrup. I mix them, creating a funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns that melt quickly into each other to form a new monotone hue. Rin sets to work, every now and then asking me for a hand with some or the other. Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints to be the exact tone this girl is apparently seeing in her head is a frustrating ordeal. She wants precision down to the last millimeter before she's satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best. Add a half a splash of green. I crouch down to pick up the can of bright green. The other green, this green. Carefully pull some of the other green into the mixing bowl. No, that's almost a whole splash. More weight. Is green a good color it had? No idea. You're the artist here. And a smile appears in the corners of her mouth. Do you like an opinion? No, it's just that I have no idea. It's okay, because I just got an idea. Add more white. With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter. That's not good. It has to be like the color you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dream, but you can't remember it. Maybe it's yellow. Despite the impossibility of mixing a color like the change of the seasons or any other nonsense that's been imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. That's good. I'm gonna pour some tea in my cold water so I make the tea a bit colder. I poured a lot of tea in my cold water. Now there's a whole cup of hot tea. Seeing a painting being poured in the plaster wool feels like magic. Spend the moments I have been. Oh, it's been already 15 minutes. I need to go, guys. Spend the moments I have been mixing paints, crouching down on the pavement, and just looking at her work. Feels slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Ree doesn't seem to mind at least the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air. She patiently works the details, adding layers of paint on top of other layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paints, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from the few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us say a word for the longest time. And even those short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues. And there was some need to converse words in brazen sound. Brass and sound. There's more. Holy fuck, it's really not classical. We stay there late and sit until it becomes too dark to paint properly. New day? I think I'm gonna go for now then, guys. I really skipped like probably 2 performances, if not 3. I need to go. Yeah. Eron-don-don. See you soon. Bye bye, guys. Thank you all for watching me. Oh fuck, I forgot I should remove the cheat. Will be right back again. Whatever, not like there's anyone watching. I hope I wasn't mumbling too much. Bye bye, need to rush. Bye bye.